Weak, I don't know if I'd say that necessarily. I don't like to call any women weak. He was smart, he was funny, he was knowledgeable, he was compassionate. He was all the things that women usually would be attracted to. He wasn't, I don't know what a terrorist looks like because I had never met one before. He was Somalian, Kenya. And it would turn out, as I would learn later, that he was actually one of the top recruiters for ISIS. I had no idea that that's who I was marrying because I knew him as a man. I didn't know him like this. I didn't know him in that way. He knew that I had a nursing background, and he knew that I had a desire to help people. But yeah, as a wife, I expected to come here, maybe see what was happening, see if there was a way that I could help children, because that's really my love. And he knew that. He was very aware of all that. Everybody's aware of that. He was Hafiz of Quran, so he spent a lot of time teaching and doing things like this. And I think he went out on Qital sometimes, but not a lot. He was injured from the beginning, and that's one of the ways he got me here, is because in Muaskar he'd been injured, and he said, I need you to come here and be a good wife and help care for me. I came to Turkey, and that's where it began, because I think there's a misunderstanding. Some people cross the border easily, came in here with husbands, things like this. For me, it was really different. I wasn't sure of this decision. I never sold anything in Canada. I didn't make intentions to come here for a long period of time. He said, basically, you can come, spend some time with me. If you're not happy, you can go. I came for him. If he'd been in the Taliban, I would have ended up in Afghanistan. I think if he'd been in Al-Qaeda, I would have ended up in the mountains of Yemen. If he would have been in Shabab, I would have ended up in Somalia. It was him. It wasn't a group for me. It was him. I wanted to leave. Our apartment was bombed, and he asked me, do you want to go? And I said yes. About 3 months after I got there. And I was looking for a way out already early, and I didn't say anything to him. I got scared almost right away. He was really different here than he had been. He was a lot more aggressive. He wasn't the same. He wasn't the man that I'd married. He was someone else. He changed a lot while he was here, and I didn't want this. And I came, and right away it felt very much like what I had ran away from years ago, only worse, much worse. He took me to a madafa, and he told me that they will take you to Turkey from here. And of course that was a complete lie. And he kissed me on the forehead, and he told me that nothing bad will happen to you here. And I said, something doesn't feel right, something feels wrong. this madafa was like a prison. And I was in shock. I met a Swedish woman who's now repatriated to Sweden. She's not here anymore. And she was really kind, and I didn't speak much Arabic. That was the other problem. And so I didn't understand. And then she came and told me that he was divorcing. And I was in shock. He had never even talked to me about this. And he was the only person I knew here. I didn't know even, I was in shock actually. I found a group of people that were leaving, other doctors that I knew, and I didn't have any money, but they knew that I came from the West and they knew who I was, and they said it was fine that I could come with them and we'd settle everything later. And we had a lot of orphan children with us, a lot. And so there's no time really to think at that point. That's just survival and trying to get out. And it was a nightmare. ISIS was firing on everybody who tried to leave. It was really, really scary. I watched people die in front of me. I had a baby strapped to me who had very serious allergies, and her mother had died, and so had her father, and she was only 10 months old. And there was no food, there was nothing, and she was gonna die. And so I was determined to find a way to get her to safety. I think more than anything is that I don't think most of us would leave children to die like that. I think you would be moved to try anything. And it got to the point where it's so dangerous where you are that I thought, well, either they're gonna kill me here or I'm gonna die trying to get out, but one way or the other, I'm not gonna survive this. And so finally I could risk it. And I will never forget the first time that I saw the Americans and the British. I wanted to hug them. It had been a very long time since I had seen people that I trusted.